Welcome to FilmIn5D, the show about everything film and the 5D Mark II. I'm your host, Aaron Hammock, and this week we start off our series of episodes focusing on the iPhone 4S with the best filming applications.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, stop being an Apple hater, come on.
iPhone.
Lots of people use the iPhone, okay?
iPhone.
Yes, it's awesome. Like, it actually is very helpful and lots of people are using it, so I'm trying to keep current and help the people out who want to use that, so who can't afford a 5D. So be helpful. So I decided that we branch out a little bit from the 5D this month, because at the end of the day, the show is all about using the cheapest and best technology for low-budget independent filmmakers. As many of you may already know, the iPhone 4S has the best all-around camera and video capabilities of any smartphone, providing 1080p video and 8-megapixel stills and some very nice optics, making it a very usable solution for us low-budget filmmakers.
Downside, you own an iPhone.
I guess, if you come from the PC world, yes. But beyond its impressive video capabilities, the iPhone also has many other tools that can help us filmmakers with other tasks, which we'll cover later this month. But today, I'm going to show you my two favorite applications that will help you improve your iPhone's video capabilities.
Oh, dude. Why are you holding a piece of dookie in your hand?
Dude, I said be nice. Stop hating. There's lots of people who have this phone, so stop hating. You just wish you had one. So stop interrupting me. Let me get on with the show so people can learn. While we'll be focusing on the 4S for these next couple episodes, I should note that all these tips also apply if you're using the iPhone 4 instead of the 4S. The only difference really is the quality of the optics and the 1080p versus 720p resolution. So next, I'll show you my two favorite video apps for the iPhone, after a message from our sponsor. We've all seen this situation before. You're at a New Year's Eve party and you drink a few too many beers. But what do you do when this happens? You yell out, but the music is too loud and you can't get up because you're totally wasted. Well, we have a product just for you. What are you waiting for? Hold out your hand. Go ahead. Try it on for yourself. You feel that power, don't you? You can use it to retrieve your beverage.
Isn't that the ring from Lord of the Rings? That's totally the one ring to roll them all.
You're both wrong. In the guys who made you super flying paper footballs and Sea-Ray glasses comes another revolutionary product for when you're just too helpless to retrieve your own beverage. It may look like a ring from one of those fancy Hollywood movies, but trust me, this baby has a power that is truly amazing. Never again will you find yourself in the same situation with this ring by your side. This ring is the perfect accessory for when you want to get really wasted. And it can be yours for 5 simple payments of $495.95.
Plus shipping, handling, and other magic fees.
That's just 5 payments of $495.95. Order now by calling 1-866-123-4567. That's 1-866-123-4567. If you can't get through on the first attempt, try again. Our lines are always busy and we can't wait to get your order while supplies last.
Other taxes and fees not included in price. This product will likely only work when you're streaming the drone. Do not use this product to inflict harm on others or yourself. The product feels like cheap plastic in your mistake. Do not get any ideas from LTR or Star Wars, so f*** off.
So if you have an iPhone and you've been hearing all these stories about how a smartphone is changing the independent film community, you've probably already taken a look at the camera application that comes with the phone. And if you're anything like me, you were likely disappointed by the limitations and lack of features with said application. Don't worry, that's what the App Store is for. So for the commercial we just showed you, I actually used the camera app that came with the iPhone, which is why I wasn't able to lock exposure or set white balance, and it was constantly shifting. In the last few weeks, I've searched throughout the App Store for just the right application for my needs. Some of my criteria was variable frame rates, 24 frames per second was a necessity for me, white balance, focus, and exposure lock, and the ability to monitor all levels including sound and how long the video clip is while I'm recording.
You should have just asked Siri.
I did, she didn't have an answer.
What?
She said I do not understand or something, I don't know. Unfortunately, I didn't find the perfect app for my needs. Instead, I had to settle with two separate apps. that if combined would have been perfect. The two apps I settled with were Almost DSLR and the popular Filmic Pro. Almost DSLR will cost you $2, while Filmic Pro will go for $3. Now, Filmic Pro is slightly more expensive because it does have a few extra features, including a slate application, which can be very helpful. First, I'll start off with the pros that each application holds exclusively, and then I'll talk about what both apps feature, and finally, how they could be improved. Almost DSLR allows you to use the in-camera image stabilization, provides detailed leveling information for audio, exposure, and even focus, allows greater customization of the heads-up display, and the use of flash if you want to use the app for pictures as well. Filmic Pro, on the other hand, gives you variable frame rate ranging from 1 to 25 and 30 FPS. It also has a few different map presets, including my favorite, 2.35. It also allows you to change the bitrate, which can go as high as 48 megabytes per second. It even has a film slate and color bars to give you better organization. So with all these features, you're probably asking yourself, Aaron, why would you possibly need both of these apps? And the truth is, I'd pick Filmic Pro if it wasn't for the saving issue that many people are running into. Now, I haven't run into this issue yet, but it is definitely a deal breaker if they don't manage to fix it soon, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what camera you're using if the moment you were capturing is completely lost. Both apps have the ability to lock focus, exposure, and white balance, and while they do this uniquely from each other, both are effective and essential. These apps also have a thirds grid, which is extremely helpful for framing, and both give you audio monitoring if you don't plan to record separate audio. However, there's two things missing from these apps that in my mind is absolutely essential. Like on a DSLR, the ability to lower the contrast and saturation, giving you a flatter image, and the ability to adjust the shutter speed. And these two things would give us filmmakers everything we need to achieve the film look out of our iPhones. But that's it for this week. Send your questions to me via @mentions on twitter.com/AaronHammock. You can follow the show's Twitter at FilmIn5D, like our Facebook page if you're still protesting Twitter at this link here, and we'll be back next week to show you how to set focus, exposure, white balance, all that fun stuff on your iPhone.
Wait, what about the contest?
What contest?
The 5D, 7D thing?
Oh yeah, like only a few people actually tried, and like nobody was even close at all. Yeah. It's too bad. I had like a really good prize too.
Oh, what prize?
I didn't tell anybody, but I was gonna give the winner a GoPro Hero 2. Too bad. Too bad, dude. Nobody was close. Nobody even tried.
Could I?
No, dude. Maybe next time. Maybe like a couple months from now, I'll do another challenge. People actually try. See you next week. I thought that was acting. Alright, can we cut it real fast?